Good morning students and welcome in our science online class. We are learning first lesson, that is green plants, the food producers. In previous video we have discussed about the introduction part and structure and function of leaf. Today we are going to see the process of making food, photosynthesis. First of all, I will read the paragraph. Everyone open your book, page number 5. Trace your finger and repeat after me. Process of making food, photosynthesis. We generally call a leaf the food factory of a plant. Let's understand the working of this factory. Plants take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through stomata. Water is absorbed from the soil through roots. Chlorophyll traps the sunlight. All these are used by the leaf to prepare food. This process of making food by plants using sunlight, water and carbon dioxide in the presence of chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. The term comes from two words, photo meaning light and synthesis meaning putting together. Your new words are traps, photosynthesis. Underline these words on your book with pencil or a highlighter and repeat after me. Traps, photosynthesis. Traps means to caught, catch और हिंदी में जिसको हम पकड़ना कह सकते हैं, ठीक है. Photosynthesis, photo means light और synthesis means putting together. दोनों को अगर हम मिला दें तो it called as photosynthesis. So first let's learn what is the meaning of photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means putting together, and together it is called as photosynthesis. Okay, so what is the definition of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis means the process to make food by plants using sunlight, carbon dioxide, water in the presence of chlorophyll is called as photosynthesis. This is the definition of photosynthesis. हिंदी में जिसको हम कह सकते हैं कि जो प्लांट्स होते हैं वो अपना खाना बनाते हैं सनलाइट यानी धूप से, वाटर यानी पानी, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एक गैस का नाम है और क्लोरोफिल जो लीव्स में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. तो इन सब का यूज़ करके जब वो फूड बनाते हैं उस प्रोसेस को, उस प्रक्रिया को हम फोटोसिंथेसिस कह सकते हैं, ठीक है. So let's study in detail what is the photosynthesis and how this works. Okay, so as we know, plant is called as a food factory. So let's see how the food factory works. For starting the food factory, we need some raw materials. So plants use 4 raw materials. That is, first one water, second one is chlorophyll, third one is sunlight, and fourth one is carbon dioxide. As we know, water we can found from the soil. So plants absorbs this water from soil with the help of the roots, and these roots carry out these water throughout the parts of the plants with the help of the stem. Second one is chlorophyll. We have learned in our previous video that chlorophylls are present in leaves, and that is why the color of leaf is green. Okay, so third one raw material is sunlight. Sunlight obviously we get from sun. So fourth raw material is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is present in air. If you know, all the human beings and animals breathe out the carbon dioxide. Okay, so this carbon dioxide is used by the plants for making their food. So now we have got our 4 raw materials. So let's see how the machines work. Okay, so the chlorophyll present in the leaf, what it does, it traps the sunlight. Chlorophyll traps the sunlight, and stomata, which are the breathing organ of plant, traps the carbon dioxide from the air. Okay, and water which is present in the soil is absorbed by the roots, and this water, sunlight and carbon dioxide comes together in the leaf portion of our chlorophyll, and here the process of making food is started. Then after the process of making food, what happens, the food prepared in the plant is called as sugar, and it gives out oxygen and water as a byproduct, and that oxygen we use for us breathing. Okay, so this is how the process of photosynthesis. So students, we have seen the meaning of photosynthesis, definition of photosynthesis, how the photosynthesis works. Okay, raw materials that go into it. What would sunlight and food be? A. Fuel and product. B. Force and product. For example, if you want to drink a milkshake and you say to your mother that you want to drink a milkshake, so what she will do? First, she will gather raw materials. Okay. What she will collect? She will collect milk, sugar and some strawberries. So these are the raw materials. Like here, carbon dioxide and water are raw materials. Now what she will do? She will put all this raw material into mixing jar and place on a mixer. Okay, so here mixer is a machine, like chlorophyll is machine of leaf. Now your mother will grind that. It means the process is going of making food. Okay, so think once for using the mixer. Okay, so how the mixer will work? So the mixer will run with the help of electricity. It means here sunlight. The photosynthesis process is carried out with the sunlight. Without sunlight, the photosynthesis process is not carried out. This sunlight works like mixer's electricity. Okay, if electricity will get to mixer will run. That is how when the plant will receive sunlight, that time the plant will start making its food. Okay, so after grinding all these things, you will get your milkshake, that is food. That means sunlight is fuel and food is product. It means our answer is A. Just now we have seen how your product is formed in your food factory. Now it's time for distributing this food to the rest of the part of plants. So the food prepared by leaf is called as sugar, or it is also called as starch. Okay, so this food is now transported from leaf to the different parts of the plant by stem and branches. Okay, so the food prepared by leaf, from that some amount of food is used for carrying out its life process, while the extra food is stored in its various parts of the plant like stems, leaves, roots. Okay, for example, mango. In mango tree, the extra food is stored in the mango. What is a mango? Mango is a fruit part of a plant. So in mango tree, the extra food is stored in the food part, that is mango. Okay, if we take second example, spinach. In spinach plant, the extra food is stored in its leaf, and that is why we eat leaves. Okay, so third example of sugarcane. In sugarcane plant, we can see the extra food is stored in its stem. Okay, and in fourth example, if you see about a carrot, carrot is a root part of a plant. So in carrot plant, the extra food is stored in its root part. Bingo's challenge. Bingo's challenge. Name the grain which we boil in excess water and use its strained water to starch our clothes. Okay, so which grain do we use to starch our clothes? That is rice. Okay. See here in this box, starch. Starch is the stored form of sugar. So the extra food the plants stored in their different parts, that food is called as starch. Let's recall what we have learned today. Today we have learned the process of making food, that is photosynthesis. यानी कि plants जो अपना खाना बनाते हैं उसी प्रोसेस को हम photosynthesis कहते हैं. The photosynthesis process is carried out with the help of carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and sunlight. Remember, without sunlight, plants cannot prepare their own food. As the process is completed, the plants give out oxygen, which is very helpful for all the animals and human beings. So students,